Hi everyone, this is Audapostrophe. Let's check out Homestead Arcana running on Series X. Okay, this game is also part of Game Pass, so if you are part of that service, then you can try this out for yourself. Otherwise, I think it's $19.99 USD. It might be $14.99. I'll have to double check. Yeah, we're in performance mode. Yes. I don't know if the FOV is bad or not, so let's play and find out. It's my name, Billy. You cannot change after confirming your character. Oh my goodness, so much pressure. Why do I look like this? I was about to say I can change my hair, right? Because the hair is not doing it for me. Can I not change the name? Oh, what a weird interface. Excuse me. Okay, I think skin color is probably fine. Yeah. Eye color, bloodshot red eyes. Well, you know, for farming, then yeah. Okay, hair. Boy, these are zero good choices. Let's go with nothing. Yep, that's me. God, I hope not. I do have a face for radio, I suppose.
The world was not always covered in miasma. As a matter of fact, we used to live all over the surface of the earth, in scattered outposts and bustling cities. Whether it was by divine punishment or by consequence of human greed, we lost all those things, and more. These days, folks live on barren mountaintops, fearing the day the miasma's fog rises high enough to poison what little land there is left. Certainly, there were a brave few who tried to stem the tide, but they paid dearly for it, with nothing in return. No, there is little hope for long-term survival now. Instead, towns like Little Rock endure to thrive as much as they possibly can. With the time they have left, they establish initiatives like the Homestead Arcana program, which places witches of age at lower elevations so they may cultivate plants for back home. With the lack of viable land, this means witches settle right next to the border where the miasma lies. Though Little Rock Council cannot officially take action, they strongly advise these witches to avoid the miasma at all costs. For fear of death, or worse.
This is your stop, ain't it? Got everything on you, bud?
for the ride, Abraham.
Yep. Well, see you later. Son willing, of course.
All right. Let's mosey on down.
Interesting choice in creating the miasma. I would have gone for just like a interesting looking fog. All right, I like the look. I mean, I like this kind of I don't know, maybe sparse detail, selective detail. I don't know what you call it, but I personally like the look of games that have this kind of art style. That's not just pushing textures everywhere. Of course, I like that realistic style too. Don't get me wrong, but it's nice to see something that's like a little cleaner, more cartoony. I don't even know where I'm going, but there's only one path. Is Huckleberry following me? Okay. It's like I gotta talk to him after I get it down here, apparently.
And there it is, the Dust Eater. That means we've reached our spot. This place is hardly changed. Well, except for all that miasma.
You been here?
Yeah, and Matilda's old homestead is somewhere in that canyon. Of course, it's covered in miasma now. Who knows what's left? Anyway, Councilman Narrows has given me the honor of overseeing your initiation rites. Normally, he'd be running it, of course, but I've only been back for a week, you know? I wanted to see for myself how much you've improved since I last saw you. So the first rite is to establish a home. After all, you can't be a homesteader without a home. Unfortunately, you'll need to start off with a tent. Not the most sturdy of structures, but gotta start somewhere.
Homesteader's tent. Special placeable item can only be placed in certain ideal spots. Standard issue tent for the Homestead Arcana program. Simple shelter is the first step to building a home in the wilds. Must be at station. What does that mean?
Yeah, that'll keep the elements out. Probably. Maybe. Don't worry. You'll get the materials to build a proper house before long. Just like your Aunt Matilda did. Now, the second rite demonstrates your botany know-how. You'll need to plant a seedling and then make it grow. We'll start with a Little Rock favorite, corn.
Corn seeming plantable item. The humble beginnings of a tall stalk of corn. A few sprouts are poking through the bag already. Missing shelter upgrade. Okay, well, I guess I don't have that. Plant the seedling. Are there instructions I should be knowing about? Can I plant it anywhere, or is it like a specific place you want me to plant this? Too far from a garden. Where is the garden? Lodge. Okay. Is this the garden? This looks like a garden. Except for all of those roots here. You wouldn't want it in near the tree. The tree is going to soak up all the nutrients around it. I mean, this looks like where our garden could be. Maybe like a little help, like maybe some arrows to show me where my garden is. I mean, that just points north, so my compass is not necessarily going to help me. See, this is where like a lot of kind of snobby gamers will complain about the world of gaming having too many tutorials, holding your hand too much. But then you'll run into something like this where, okay, let's just not give you any tutorials and not hold your hand too much. And so you run around confused, not necessarily having fun, and you go, boy, it'd be nice if there was a tutorial. But I am not one of those snobby gamers, I don't mind a tutorial here and there. Especially if it's going to be a farming game. All these farming games, they sort of work on the same premise, but they definitely approach farming in much different ways. Blocked, okay. Where is the actual farm then? Am I heading towards this? Or is that just my home, that yellow? Sign reads Abraham the Porter, available for porting from 6 a.m. to 11 a.m. Male birds are on their own schedule. Can I run? Okay. Left button runs. It's like too far from farm. What farm? Usually I have to break ground for a farm, don't I? Here I'm in lift mode, but I have no controls. A, B, C, none of these do anything. Left trigger, right trigger, nothing. You must now plant it next to the dust eater. Okay, and what is the dust eater? Is that this? What is it? I don't know what a dust eater is. I mean, I wouldn't think it would be very far away from me, though.
Hey, where are you going? That's the Miasma. You don't want to go there. Come back.
I don't know, maybe I want to end it all because I don't know what a damn dust eater is. Dust eater. I'm assuming the tree is not the dust eater. It'd be weird not to just call it a tree, since that's what it is. Too far from garden. Oh, this is a dust eater? How about plant it next to the tree? Is tree too hard of a word?
All right. Now I want to see you cast a watering spell.
Watering spell. Tend corn. Okay, how do I use spells? I just... Water. Water.
That should help it grow, at least a little. Of course, channeling is much more effective.
Of course.
You know how to channel, right?
Remind me.
Pulling my tail. I've seen you channel before. Channeling is that thing you do where you pull mana from the earth and guide it through the plant, making it instantly grow. You know, channeling. Now stop making me look like a fool and show me you can channel.
Mm-hmm. Earth mana is attracted to your cursor. Guide it to the yellow target and move it up to the plant. As the mana is absorbed, the target will move to the part you selected. Okay, I need the right stick to gather my mana. Channel. Harvesting. When a yield is ripe, you can harvest it with no tool active. Select the yield using the right button and drag it off the plant using the right stick. Let's see. Corn, material used for crafting, consumable, staple maize, fast growing and plentiful. Most households eat it daily, and only a few know about its applications in witchcraft.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Imagine if you couldn't channel, huh? Your plants would take forever to grow. Of course, you don't want to overdo it and blight the poor thing. All things in moderation, right? Second rite is complete. And now, time for the third. You'll prove yourself as a witch by building a cauldron and then brewing spell potions. Now, I can't just give you a cauldron. That's part of the witching test. But technically, a workbench doesn't have anything to do with being a witch, right?
Basic workbench. Placeable item. Station used for crafting. A stable or a mechanical table used to automate the crafting of tools and furniture. A technological marvel which saves not only time but the loss of fingers. Okay. I need to build a crafting station? Sure.
Don't mean to nag, but are you sure that's the best place for it? Try moving it to a better spot.
Movable buildings and plants that have already been placed can be moved or returned to your inventory by entering move mode using X. Okay, where do you want it, jackass?
Not sure if that's a good spot for it either. No matter. If you change your mind, you can just move it again. Anyway, the cauldron. You'll need wood for the foundation, lavender for purification, and metal for the, well, cauldron. You can get some of those things in the meadow to the north, but that's blocked off. Luckily, I have all the ingredients you need.
Lavender, material used for crafting, commonly used for air purification. Its strong floral scent can relax the senses, but it can also be overpowering when used in conjunction with magic. Wood, material used for crafting, common wood for crafting farming tools or larger items for easy homesteading. It produces a steady and reliable flame when burned, making it ideal for fuel. Metal cluster, material used for crafting, shiny and malleable, material typically crafted into hardened tools or structures. Scholars have theorized its ability to grow like a shrubbery is caused by the miasma in the ground. Okay, so apparently you didn't want this here, so I put it close to my homestead, which made a lot of sense to me, but, you know, whatever. Okay, so now we need to craft, so I need to use the workbench, I guess. Tools. Way marker. Basic cauldron. Let's craft that. Crafting. Collecting items. Completed items can be retrieved from a crafting station's collection area. When crafting multiple items... Oh, I guess I didn't need to read all that, apparently. Okay, where is the... Collect. Basic cauldron, placeable items, station used for crafting. This reliable potion making device has been around for ages. It's probably existed for as long as there have been witches.
Very nice. All it needs now is something brewing in there and you'll be a real witch. Which brings me to the
Yeah, it's a farming sim.
with what you've currently
Although
got,
it's
you'll be able to make a
not traditional, obviously. I mean,
That's all right.
we're called witches and we can cast spells for water. So,
You need silver. Before you ask, I do have some on me, but these will be the last of the handouts.
and you know, I'm accompanied by a talking cat. No. Silver currency, also used for crafting. The only existing currency left in the world, plentiful enough that witches also use its malleable properties in their spells. Why is there a bench here? Craft and obtain a ripple potion from the cauldron. I'm assuming I need to place this cauldron somewhere. Yeah, okay. So, there. And then I need the ripple spell. got kind of like an RTS vibe to it too. Ripple spell potion. Spell potion highlights items, creatures, and sight ranges. One of the first spells a young witch will learn, as it's as useful as it is easy to craft.
People are always losing things, right? And Ripple is great for finding stuff. So this will be a bestseller for sure. Anywho, you've just completed the initiation rites. So you're now officially a part of the Homestead Arcana program. Congratulations. Your reward lies in...
What's wrong?
You have to understand the Miasma tides are unpredictable. When I hit it a week ago, the border was a good 10 yards away. What I'm saying is, I think your prize is in the Miasma.
So what?
Kid, it's the Miasma. The air is pure poison, and the things that live in there. I was hoping it wasn't going to come to this. But not so soon, anyway. When you're ready, meet me by the border and listen to my instructions, okay?
Oh, you're gonna give me instructions? So far, your instructions have not been particularly helpful. Okay, so run is a toggle. I thought you held the button to run.
Alright. As soon as you walk through that veil, you're gonna be breathing miasma. And you're really gonna feel it in your lungs. That's why it's important that you find the reward as soon as possible. It's in a crate not too far from here, but it might be hard to see it. Drinking a ripple potion will enchant your sight and help you see better. Come on, give it a sip.
To equip a spell, select a spell slot in your inventory, then select a potion and press A to equip the spell to the selected slot. Buy upgrades to get more spell slots.
Did you drink the ripple potion?
Okay. So I'm pressing left on the D-pad, but that is not doing the thing. You feel the sweet and sharp tang of the spell go down your throat. Alright, you should be able to cast it now. Casting Part 1. Once the spell is equipped, it will last a certain amount of time. Begin casting a spell with left on the D-pad. Use the same input to end the spell. Spells use mana while being cast. Mana will regenerate over time when no spell is being used. Use drinks to heal mana faster. Okay.
Hey, where are you going? That's the miasma. You don't want to go there. Come back.
What are you talking about? Isn't that why I drank the potion? What the hell, cat?
Did you drink the ripple potion?
Yeah, I drank it.
Notice how I'm big and bright? Anything important will light up like I do. Okay. Don't stay too long in the miasma. Keep an eye out for a wooden crate. It shouldn't be too far from the entrance.
Okay, now can I go in there? My god. Blasting powder. Use to clear pathways blocked by pink porous crystals. An incredibly rare item nowadays, as its crafting materials can only be found in locations not covered in miasma. Oh, wait, is this? I don't think this is the thing. Oh, okay, I have blasting powder.
okay? Are you dizzy? How's your breath? Your blood pressure?
I'm fine.
You sure? Well, maybe it's some miasma talking. Either way, we need to get you some food. The box had blasting powder, right? You should be able to use it to destroy the pink stone that's blocking the path up north. Over there, we should be able to get you a quick bite to eat.
Blasting powder is used to clear porous rock walls. Use it with A near a rock wall. You see now, there's wild plants everywhere. You bet you could even find a bush of metal if you look hard enough. A bush of metal? First you need to find an apple, if only to make your familiar worry less. Okay. Bushes grow metal in this world. Harvest crab apple. Synergies for crafting only found in the wild, consumable, mildly sweet and incredibly juicy. Crab apples? These are definitely not the crab apples from this world. The possibilities are endless.
Oh, a crab apple. Give it a bite.
Let's see, the red potions indicate your health. When you run out of health, you will get knocked out. And items still claimed by the Miasma will return to their original locations. Heal health by eating certain kinds of food or sleeping. The yellow bar indicates hunger. Over time, the bar will increase. When it's empty, you will lose most of your health and no longer be able to run. When full, you gain an extra health. Eat certain kinds of foods to become less hungry. Okay, so eat.
Feeling better? You should keep looking around here, by the way. Lots of wood, metal, various herbs and spices. Now, I understand that you might want to explore the miasma some more, but there are other things you can be doing. For example, Abraham should be coming back any time now, and when he does, he'll have useful things to buy. And oh, I think you have mail. You should always be checking your mail. Never know what's going to be in there.
Oh, do I check mail here? No, I had to check mail when... Yeah, I don't have any mail. Let's see. I guess I need this stuff. Wild onion. Let's see. An onion forged in the wild. Sweeter than the traditional onion. Toxic to most animals, but the effects on familiars are unknown. See if I can find a metal bush. Let me gather some metal from this bush. Aha, okay, I guess you can really do that, huh? Oh, well, apparently I can't do anything to it. Do I need a channel? No. I don't need to water the bush, do I? Okay, well, apparently I don't need to do this right now. Let's go check for some mail. Boy, in the world of farming sims, with a world covered in miasma, I would say this is still not as good as Harvestella. Okay, what the hell is this? This is not available, whatever this is. God, you had to go a long way to get some food. Why didn't I just plant food here? Open mail. Okay. Little Rock Town Council. Miasma, this is a reminder that the purpose of the Homestead Arcana program is the delivery of supplemental goods as required by the Little Rock Council. Occasions may arise where a shortage occurs as there's a delicate balance of crops, potions, materials, and other supplies. Under such circumstances, we will pay double for the completion of the job. You're doing Little Rock a great service. Remember where you came from, Homesteader. It's what all this is for. Councilman Wilmer Narrows. Okay. Do I need to send a letter? I don't have a letter, do I? Send to Ma and Pops. Regarding Little Rock, Huckleberry farming. Farming, I guess? I don't know. Open packable hutch. Sending packages. If you see a parcel bird sitting in a cubby here, interact with it to receive items sent to your homestead. Is that what I see? I think I see him. Mon Pops, Miasma, we're so proud of you. Without folks like you joining the Homestead Arcana program, I'd fear for Little Rock's livelihood. Instead, we managed to not only survive, but thrive. Pops, Zeb, and I are all going to miss you, but we know you're doing very important work, so we'll support you as best as we can. To start, I've sent over one of your favorite pumpkin pie, Ma. Okay, I'll take the pumpkin pie.
Always check your mail. And your packages, too. Never know what you'll get. And, make sure to take advantage when Abraham's here so you can sell your produce for silver. Wait, I already said that, didn't I? Look, I know you want to go back into the Miasma. Just remember when you're in there that the town still needs you. When you want to go back in there, talk to me. I'll give you a device that'll help you breathe easier.
Why didn't you give me that device, like, before I had to go there the first time? Oh. Ah, craftable with a grill, consumable, a crunchy bottom, and the smell of nutmeg and cinnamon raids the senses. The quintessential scent of autumn. Where are you going, my feline friend?
This is a mask for protection. It won't stop the poison from reaching your lungs, but it'll slow it down. Tilly, your Aunt Matilda, found it years ago during one of our expeditions. Again, it's not going to make you invincible, and it definitely won't protect you from the wildlife out there. But it's better than nothing. Anyway, if you're insisting on going out into the Miasma, you might as well try and find something useful, I guess. Tilly's old homestead isn't far from here. Maybe you can find her grill. That way you don't have to keep eating raw apples and corn.
Okay, so how do I wear the mask? Do I automatically wear the mask? Boy, this game has like the worst tutorial. It doesn't want to tell you anything important. My God. Must have blasting powder. Oh, I don't have any blasting powder. Lesser miasma bulb. Certain members of the Academy theorized it could be used to create strong gardening implements, but the recipe vanished along with the Academy itself. Did he say it wasn't far from me? Treasure. Fruits I haven't seen in ages, usable silver and linen, even recipes for things I've never heard of, and they seem to appear randomly without reason. Oh great, it's an RNG game. Huck always makes it a point to demonize the miasma, bless his heart, but I don't think he understands how useful it can be. I cannot wait to show him what I've found. Wait, what is this, wood? I guess we'll take the wood. Yeah. Okay. Tomato seedling. Budding stalk with a few leaves. It produces a distinct smell reminiscent of fresh ingredients. Old blanket. Small blanket woven from coarse yarn. It's badly worn. It smells like miasma. Let's see. The Fielding-Gilbert method. Examining the effects of miasma spread and corruption have yielded critical results in the efforts to cease its spread. This leads to the establishment of the Field-Gilbert method. This requires concocting a fertilizer that is poured into a miasma scar, wherein the inner dust eater burrows into the infected earth and absorbs the miasma. The roots, if able to prosper, also double as a suitor for the terrain wound and seal the pocket of lethal miasma bursts. While monumental in the Academy's campaign to eliminate the miasma, the Field-Gilbert method is... Okay... Missing item? What am I missing? Letter from Marvin. Tilly, I'm sorry so many moons have passed since my last letter, sis. I've had my hands full with the kids. Miamri's already developed a penchant for magic, and Zeb's found an affinity for fabrics. I sense a lot of you in Miamri, fascinated by the mysteries of the world, rarely satisfied with the answers given, and always falling into trouble. I know you always wanted me to come with you, but you ought to understand that we all have different callings in life, and mine is looking for these children. Or mine is looking after these children. I'm sure Huckleberry is treating you well, Marv. Is this a letter from your pops? I mean, I guess. I don't know. Okay, I'm assuming I can't go there. Find my aunt's grill. Well, if we're not being able to stay in the miasma, I'm actually able to stay in the miasma for a long time. Maybe it's not as dangerous as they say. Oh, this place is far away. What is he talking about? It wasn't that far away. It is quite the jaunt. Cotton seedling. Once considered extremely abundant and low quality, the cotton seedling is now considered a rare find. Up close, the grill seems fairly simple in construction. You'd likely need wood, metal, and maybe an onion to season the pot. On top of the grill, you also notice a jar with a note on it. Jar instructions to whoever has the means to continue my work. I discovered a way to expedite dust eater growth. Combined with the Fielding-Gilbert method, there's a tangible hope of fighting back the miasma. Take this specialized fertilizer and pour it down the offending miasma scar. Within seconds, a dust eater should bloom and seal the earth's wound. The world wasn't always like this. We can still heal our land. Matilda Gardner, spring 32nd. YF224. This note really built up. This note really built up this jar. You wonder if Huckleberry knows something about it, and if he's willing, and if he'll willingly reveal anything. Jar of something. A jar filled with an unknown substance. Only Matilda Gardner or her familiar may know what it contains. Okay, well, I came here for a grill. So, am I going to take this thing? I'm not taking the grill? Okay. I guess my plans changed. Vision of the clan. While hunting for treasure, I passed out at some point, and when I woke up, all the things I gathered were gone. They returned to where I found them. A sign from Sun? Possibly. I'm hopeful that so long as I can get out of here conscious, the Miasma won't take the goods back. All this salvage, all these rare plants, they're simply too valuable to leave be. Okay, well, get out of Dodge before you die. Okay, I mean, generally pretty good advice. Oh, hey, a witch that looks like a witch. Okay, well, why don't we stop it there? This is audap. You've been watching a Homestead Arcana running on Series X. Oh boy, you can never tell that this was actually running on a Series X. The performance is, not so hot. And the visuals, not great. It's got a very sparse tutorial, and I think they probably needed to work on this a little more. But it is still early, so maybe this will be something that they kind of patch up a little bit as time goes on. Outside of that, it seems like an interesting idea. It's not farming in the traditional sense of a farming game, since you're using magic to grow things. So all the more traditional tropes of something like a Harvest Moon or a Rune Factory, those aren't here. It's an interesting take on the farming sim, but like I said, if you're going to play a farming sim in a world shrouded with Miasma, then that's probably Harvestella you want to play. I don't know. I think we'd have to give this one more session to really get a feel for it, but it's really not hooking me. And it doesn't help that the tutorials are kind of sucky. And the performance is also kind of sucky. But maybe there's something in there. I think maybe once you start growing stuff, more varieties of things, and the story reveals a little bit more, there might be something here. But yeah, the initial couple of minutes are kind of off-putting. I'm hoping there's something more in here, but if you want to dig into it more and you are part of Game Pass, then you can try this out as part of the service. It's also available on other platforms too, so I don't imagine it would run any better on another platform. I mean, we're talking about the Series X here. This is probably the best it's going to run outside of having a pretty beefy PC. But yeah, I don't know. Check it out. We'll play one more session, and hopefully after that, maybe the mystery and maybe the hook will start showing itself. I don't know. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you at the next stream.